Hi, and welcome to this session where we're going to cover Excel analytics in the latest version of Excel. Yes, we're going to look at all the features available in 2026. I'm Subhashni, and I'm very happy to be here. As we did in the last module, this particular video would be on the presentation, and this we will follow up with another video which would be completely on the practicals. So I hope you will like the session. So, what exactly has changed in Excel, you may ask? Excel is no longer just a spreadsheet tool, it now functions as a full analytics platform. Microsoft has steadily added AI, Python integration, cloud connectivity, and smarter formulas over the past few years into Excel. And Excel's edge remains its accessibility because it sits between the complex tools like Power BI or Python notebooks and its simplicity. These are the two most important factors which make Excel unique. Hmm. I think you will agree to it. If you do agree to it, do leave a comment of your experience with Excel. How long have you been working with Excel and what do you like about Excel? So, as mentioned, the three biggest things that you can say have been the latest changes in Excel have been the AI, which is the Copilot introduction. So now we can give certain commands in the natural language, that we speak in English, and we can see automatic generation of formulas, charts, summaries. And we had done this in our earlier videos. So do look that up on dashboards. You will see how you can use the Copilot within Excel to create the summaries. Then, of course, there is Python inside Excel, so we can run pandas and a lot many other libraries of Python without switching tools. This is really cool because even if you like the visualizations in Excel, you will agree that sometimes data is so not clean that you need to do a lot of formulas to get very clean data on which you can build models. A lot of that can be simplified using Python. And then there is this whole move that Excel and Microsoft has done towards cloud first. So you have real time co authoring via OneDrive, live data from APIs, ERP, and CRM systems, which you can integrate into your Excel workbook. So let's look at formulas. These are smarter, not just more complex. What does this mean? Well, look at it. Dynamic array functions have been created like filter, sort, unique, sequence, and rand array, which now spill results automatically across the cells. So you don't need to copy formulas manually across hundreds of rows, and this gets eliminated completely. Also, it makes exploratory analysis faster and reduces formula errors, which you could have made errors in copy and paste. Then you will see that XLOOKUP has replaced VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP was my particular favorite formula because, in banking, there were just so many data sets and to get them all together used to be quite a task. So VLOOKUP was limited. It only searched left to right and broke when the column shifted. Now, XLOOKUP searches in any direction. It handles errors more cleanly and it is significantly easy to read. And, you don't need to do VLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is much better. Then let's look at the let and the lambda functions. Let lets you define named variables inside a single formula. No more repeating the same calculation 5 times in one cell. And Lambda lets you write your own reusable functions directly into Excel without the VBA. So Excel behaves more like a lightweight programming environment now, and this is useful for teams that need custom business logic but don't have dedicated developers. Okay. So I hope you have, when we start doing the projects, you will see the real world use of each of these. When we look at pivot tables, these are still the most underrated feature of Excel, and it remains the fastest way to go from raw data to insights without writing a single formula. Core strengths, of course, is instant summarization, flexible grouping, drill down capability, and simple visual output. Common used cases is, of course, sales performance, HR headcount analysis, financial reporting, anything that you want, you can generally create better, smarter, interactive summaries using pivot tables. When people go wrong, you find that they may not have refreshed the data, they might be using poorly structured data sources, or they have overcomplicated the data with too many fields. So these are errors you might want to avoid. You can actually combine pivot tables with Power Query, and we'll talk about that more. And your reports become almost fully automated. So we will talk about all of these and see them in real. So you might ask, what exactly is Power Query and where does it become important? So Power Query is the biggest time saver most people ignore. Data cleaning typically eats 60 to 80% of an analyst's time, and Power Query attacks this directly. What it does, it connects to CSV, Excel databases, APIs, web pages, CRM systems. It cleans, reshapes, merges, and standardizes the data automatically. It records every step as a reusable, editable process. So once it is set up, refreshing a report can take, from 2 hours, it can go down to a single click. Now, there is the M language behind Power Query. You can learn it, but it's optional. Okay, you can do most of the work through the visual interface. So, the biggest benefit is it separates data preparation from analysis. So, analysts spend time thinking instead of formatting. Power Pivot, if we were to look at it, when your data outgrows the regular Excel, you want to consider Power Pivot. Standard Excel tables struggle beyond a few 100,000 rows, but Power Pivot handles millions of rows with fast performance by using an in memory engine. Key capabilities create relationships between multiple tables like a mini database, and you can write DAX formulas for advanced calculations, build analytical data models that power dashboards and power pivots, and bring enterprise level analytics inside a tool most employees already have installed. The limitation, of course, is that DAX has a steep learning curve and its error messages are very unhelpful. So it takes a bit of time to figure this out. Okay. Then we can talk about Python in Excel. This is a genuine game changer with Microsoft integrating Python directly into Excel. It allows codes to run inside cells alongside regular formulas. What this unlocks is full access to data science libraries that you are comfortable with, Pandas, NumPy, um, um, any of the stats models, predictive modeling and machine learning without leaving the spreadsheet, advanced automation and data transformation, statistical analysis far beyond what the tool pack, which is the click and do tool within Excel, does. Okay, Python runs in a cloud-based Anaconda environment, so it's not local. It requires an internet connection, and some performance limits are there. It is not ideal for real-time or extremely large-scale data processing in Excel. Best used for one-off analysis, building prototypes, adding machine learning capabilities to existing Excel workflows. Okay. Then let's look at Microsoft Copilot in Excel. But again, here there must be a small thing that you must remember, that it is useful, but you should know its limits. Copilot brings conversational AI into Excel. You can type plain English and it generates formula charts or summaries. What it does well is, of course, generating common formulas without needing to know the exact syntax, suggesting pivot table configurations, auto creating simple dashboards from existing data, summarizing data in natural language. But it may still struggle to do multiple step complex analysis. It may not be able to deal with data that isn't clean or well structured, and understanding business specific context is not possible for it without clear prompting. So, Copilot is a capable assistant, but not a replacement for knowing Excel. This we must understand. As I said, we must know the limitations about it. Now, let's look at some advanced visualizations that we can do with Excel now. So standard Excel charts cover the basics, but Python integration opens far more type of charts like heat maps and correlation matrix via Seaborn and Matplotlib libraries. Distribution plots, box plots, violin charts, interactive dashboards using Python. And why this matters is that the right visualization often surfaces patterns that tables and formulas completely miss. So Excel built-in charts remain the best choice for quick output, but Python charts are available for deeper analysis. Okay. So what is the common mistake people can do is people can over visualize. A clear table often communicates faster than a complex chart. So that is something we must remember. Then let's look at cloud and collaboration. Again, here there is a lot of things done, but some things are still a weak spot. So Excel now connects deeply with the Microsoft ecosystem, that is OneDrive, SharePoint, Teams, Power BI, Azure. Real-time collaboration has improved significantly with multiple users can edit the sheet simultaneously, but it still lacks proper version control. Excel doesn't have proper version control. There's no native Git style history bracing or audit trails. So Google Sheets has a slight edge on live collaboration ease. So these are things we must understand it, but you see, it's already there. Certain things we can do it, right? So what is Excel right for? Excel works best for individual analysts and small teams doing regular reporting, business users, prototyping models, and organizations already in the Microsoft ecosystem, right? These are people who will really benefit from whatever Excel is giving in. So if we were to look at it, if we were to do a feature summary of Excel, I've put it out on the screen in front of you. You will notice that dynamic arrays, the skill level needed is of a beginner. XLOOKUP also a beginner can do. Pivot tables, of course, a beginner can do. And Copilot usage and cloud integration are all things which absolutely a beginner can do. You would need some intermediate level knowledge for certain things. The let and the lambda functions, you might need to know Excel a bit more. Analysis toolpack, Power Query, these are things that may need further use of Excel. And then for advanced functions like Power Pivot, DAX, Python in Excel, you might need further practice. Okay. So you can become a pro very, very fast, but these are small things that you might want to remember. Okay. So the final take is that Excel in 2026 is genuinely more powerful than it has ever been. The combination of Python, Copilot, Power Query, and dynamic arrays make it a creditable analytics platform, not just a glorified calculator. But finally, it is Excel. It does not replace dedicated tools for large scale engineering, production, ML, etc. Okay. So do remember this. And as I mentioned to you, I will look forward to showing you each one of these in the next video. So do like, share, and be part of this community. Thank you.